Russo's Playbook.
Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another episode of Russo's Playbook, episode 23, the jam-packed show. We got plenty to talk about with the Mets collapse, Yankees rise. We got players come back from injury in the NFL, players that got injured in the NFL. Then we got a couple new rules with the NFL. I'm definitely not sitting well with me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
And we'll have the big debate, Andy Dalton versus Justin Fields. So what's up, guys? It's Russo's Playbook. You catch it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. How you guys doing today?
First of all, I just loved hearing that sentence, Mets collapse, Yankees rise. That's the perfect sentence I wanted to start this with.
That was a banger, Russo. Way to go.
Well, especially when you're a Yankees fan hearing it. That's amazing. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm ready to talk about some sports.
Yes, sir. But we'll, of course, start with Stop That.
Yeah.
So this one's going to get me, man.
Round two.
Yeah, I know, right? The Raiders. I mean, I guess you'd go John Gruden and the Raiders.
Yeah.
So you trade off Khalil Mack. You got all your draft picks, whatever. So rumor comes out, you guys actually called the Bears back this offseason and asked for Khalil Mack back.
Ha!
I mean, Raiders, please.
Stop that.
What the hell are you doing? I mean, you think they'd really be like, oh, dude, take him back. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
man.
we didn't want him anyway.
It was a great rental.
Thanks for the couple years we got him for. Yeah,
We did absolutely nothing anyway. We need more years with him anyway. It's not like they got their job done already.
Yeah.
I keep picturing Khalil Mack's agent's face when he heard this. He's just like, what?
Yeah, is that for real?
They want him back? Nah, dude. He's long gone. He's a Chicago Bear now. You gave him up at the complete and total worst time in his career. I mean, he came out. Was one of the best defensive ends, outside linebackers, kind of player there, and you gave away his prime years. So I mean, he's still in him, but Chicago's not going to give him up.
And it's funny because you gave away his prime years for, what I can recall, Josh Jacobs. So that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's a good
So
pick
you know what I'm saying? That's fine
It's
with
a
a
good
late round pick. But you picked a couple of safeties, Cleveland Farrell, who you also picked 4 overall.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't done much. You actually drafted a 3rd round pick later in that same draft, and he's produced more than your 4th overall pick.
Yeah.
So I mean, even with the picks you acquired from the Khalil Mack trade, you still couldn't do much with it.
Yeah.
And now you're asking for him back to what? Trade more picks back to them?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
That was what I was confused on too. It's first of all, I think Khalil Mack, his trading, everything like that, it's gone up even more. He went for a couple first rounders. Yeah, the trade stock, it's definitely up more than what it was before when the Raiders had him. But it's just what do the Raiders have to give in the first place back to the Bears to even get him? I mean, besides I guess a couple of good players, decent players, but they're not giving up Josh Jacobs. They're not giving up any Darren Waller, any of these big names out of your mind. Yeah. So what are you gonna give them? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Nelson Aguilar.
No, he's on the Patriots now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They don't even have him anymore.
Hope they have fun with that.
He's already gone.
What you got next, AG?
No, but I just want to say, John Gruden, I feel like
bad.
he's just, I mean, I've been ranting about John Gruden. If you've been watching us for a year now, you've seen my rants about John Gruden. I feel like he's just trying to be too, against the grain and going, oddball, the odd man out, I'm new style of coaching, just the way he was running the end of games last year and stuff, how he's run the drafts, the trading, the offseason. I feel like it's biting him in the ass. He's trying to be too unconventional.
I agree 100%.
To your point, he gave Khalil Mack away just to ask for him back. It's what are you doing, man?
It's all part of his master plan too. He's probably sitting there no, we'll get him back.
Well, he's got 10 years, so I get the whole master plan thing. I get that.
But it's not.
It's not working.
Year 4 now?
Yeah.
Year 4, something's got to show.
Yeah.
You can't be a middle of the packed average team for the last 3 years now. Something's got to break. You're either going to be great or you're going to be bad this year. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out Derek Carr. But let's not get too off track. AG, I know you got
Well, there's some other quarterback situations that got to be figured out. Sticking with the Bears, Andy Dalton basically came out and said, "Hey, Justin Fields is going to have a fantastic career, but he's going to have to wait till I'm done." And all I got to say to that, Andy Dalton, is stop that. It's pretty clear. Well, Justin Fields has been performing well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's pretty clear that you're a backup quarterback in this league. I mean, you were a starter for how many years in Cincinnati, and what'd you do with it? You had A.J. Green. He was hurt a lot. Didn't really have much else all the time, but, you didn't really do anything. The Bears, they got Allen Robinson, and then decent help. It's like, what are you gonna do with that? But
yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I respect Andy Dalton for his pride, him going out there. He's
100%.
He's trying to get the job done. He wants to be the starting quarterback, but it's just man, I think your years are done. And that's all right. That's not that's no problem. You'll probably be highest paid second string quarterback. If Justin Fields goes down, you are a great option B.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's one of the best number 2s in the league.
Yeah,
I would say.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's just you're not getting away from them drafting him as high as they did. He went in the first round. That is what they want as a future, and their future is performing.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just
it's
you got to be careful with your words.
It still comes down. That's a good point, because it still comes down to what we talked about last week of if Justin Fields is ready in all aspects. If not, throw Andy Dalton out there. I agree with that.
100%.
But him saying, "Oh, it's gonna have to wait until I'm done," it's no. He's gonna have to wait until he's ready. When he's ready, he's going in the game. You know what I mean? That's just it. Wouldn't make sense not to. But it's not about when you're done. You're done the day he's ready. So it's not really up to you, dog. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to know your role. That's as simple as that.
Oh, God.
If you want to play the number one guy, I'm still the starter. Okay, but don't make it a big deal in public like this.
Yeah.
You're going out there, Justin Fields, he's going to have a great career, but I'm the guy right now. We all know you're the bridge guy right now.
Yeah.
You're getting maybe 3 games.
Yes,
you want to hear
it's gap,
yeah.
You want to hear the craziest part about this all? In the last preseason game, they booed Andy Dalton, the Chicago Bears. Their fans booed them, and they were cheering for when Justin Fields went out. And Justin Fields literally after the game in his interview was I'm kind of disappointed in the fans. I wish they didn't boo Andy. You have no idea how hard he works. This and that. So for you to kind of be no, it's my time. Yeah. You're getting booed by the fans, and then the guy who's about to take your spot's coming out, and he's just
humble and shit,
yeah, he's hey, yeah,
well,
exactly. Don't boo my boy. Don't boo my boy.
Not only that,
crazy.
The fans probably gonna boo him some more now. Fans probably gonna cheer for Justin Fields more and boo him some more.
Because they want Justin Fields, bro. They believe in Justin Fields as they should. He's showing them enough. Yeah. And they're like I always said, or like I said last episode, the expectations for Justin Fields, it's on the floor. For the entire offense, there's no expectations whatsoever. If he gets 2-3 touchdowns a game, fans are gonna be souped. Yeah. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna be we've never, we haven't had a quarterback in years who's done this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had freaking cigarette smoking Jay Cutler for a minute, bro. They're gonna be happy with what they have with Justin Fields. So it's I don't know. It's gonna be.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we could dive into a lot more in a little bit if you want.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask real quick: were the boos after that quote? Did that game happen after he said that, or was it?
No. The game happened. They booed Andy Dalton, and then the post game interview.
The Andy Dalton quote of.
Oh, that happened.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Oh, so they booed him because he said that.
Yeah, probably something along.
I was gonna say because I disagree with the fans booing him in general, though. But it was probably because of that then. So I
never understood. Now I'm gonna get off track, but I never understood that. Especially I made a point of it for the Yankees on our Deep to Right show.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you sitting here booing the Yankees when they're playing bad? Why are you booing Giancarlo Stanton? Do you think that's gonna help?
No.
You think booing Andy Dalton, who's
Philly fans do that all the time too. That's a Philly fan thing too.
You
all
think
the time.
if Jalen Hurts has one bad game and you boo the shit out of him, you think that's gonna help? What are we doing here? I've never once booed at a stadium to the Jets players while they're playing. That just doesn't happen.
They could be getting shut
why
up.
are you putting your own team down?
Russo only does it when he's on his couch.
When I'm alone, yeah. I don't know when I'm alone.
He's I know the players are sensitive. I know.
Listen, he doesn't boot him at the games, but you should see the shit he sends us in the chat.
Yo, first preseason game, I was locked and loaded with the helmet on. Come on, I was ready to run through a wall. All right, back on track. Yeah, what you got, Hunt?
So, we're going to dive into this a little bit, too, but I just have a big stop that for the NFL in general with this whole, they're throwing fines. They don't want players to do taunting or basically they don't want the players to celebrate is kind of what I'm getting for that. Benny LeMay, the Colts running back who carried basically the entire defense of the Carolina Panthers on his back to get a 10-15 yard run, goes ahead, flexes after, they throw the flag on him. But what pisses me off more is they literally fined my guy $3,667. Now let's think about this, NFL. You're finding a guy who realistically probably doesn't have that money, isn't their starting running back, isn't really making anywhere close to what a normal NFL player is, and what kind of president are you starting? You really want everybody, if someone has a one-handed catch in the back of the end zone and just absolutely mosses someone, comes down, scores, they can't celebrate? Like, they can't be happy? Like, I get taunting, like, you know, some Vontaze Burfict kind of thing where he lays someone out and he's standing over their body flexing. I'm like, yeah, it's a little aggressive. But, like, let's be real here. That guy made a hell of a play, and now he has to pay you $4,000 for it? Like, NFL, like, all I have to say to you, first of all, is stop that. But second off, where do you get off? Like, where do you get off that these players have to now pay you after all the hoops you make them jump through? Like, the NFL, the NCAA, the NBA, like, we all have such big issues with you because you don't allow these players to be passionate. You don't allow them to play in the game. And guess what? That's what a lot of fans are into. I'm into the touchdown dances. I miss the days of Chad Ochocinco grabbing the pine line and playing golf.
Pulling a pen out of his thing and signing some...
sign me up for all that, man. And, you know, they were making steps getting back to that a couple years ago, and now this new rule came out, and it's just... It's blowing my mind, man.
You know what's funny? Like, I saw somebody, it was some NFL analyst, an older NFL analyst on the older side, and he, like, it was on Twitter, he tweeted something like, listen... This makes perfect sense. Nobody wants to see all that shit. Nobody wants to see the taunting and shit talking, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting here like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I do. What are you talking about?
100% that's what I want to
know
see.
your
That's what I'm watching for,
audience.
yo. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, know your audience.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, well, that's the thing. It's the older crowd that's making these rules, for the most part, I would think, you know, that are in these rooms. And they don't really understand it, I guess, to the extent that we see it because we're on social media this generation. We're like looking for that. We want to see the drama that's going on the field. You know, we want to see the cornerbacks fighting each other. We want to see or the cornerback fighting the receiver. Like what was it, Andre Johnson and Coylan Street?
Yeah, that was a great one.
I want to see more of that. You know what I mean? And I want to see them celebrating, like Hunter said. It's just like, don't ask who wants to see that. We all do. And every single quote reply to that tweet was like, me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who wants to watch it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like they're just disconnected with they're out of touch with reality
because they're so hung up on the idea that it's gonna ruin like children. Like they're gonna be like, oh well, now you have kids taunting and stuff.
Well,
let them.
See, here's
let the kids talk.
These are my two things on it. First off, it 100% came from I'm gonna forget his name. The Bucks rookie safety in the Super Bowl taunted Tyreek Hill and put the deuce sign up right after he incomplete pass. And he taunted him in the middle of the Super Bowl, biggest stage, and he looked like a fool. Because, to be honest, I don't like that. If you're going to stand there and incomplete pass, I don't even think he did anything on the incomplete pass.
Didn't.
And he stood over Tyreek Hill and put the deuces up or whatever. Whatever he did,
that's
he
a
did
DB thing, though. We all kind of have a gripe
with
DBs
why,
doing that.
Because DBs,
they do that often.
The ball's 15 feet over his head. Incomplete. Incomplete. That's all me. That's all me.
But dude, you were 5 yards. You were 5 steps behind him, and the ball got thrown 10 yards ahead.
Yo,
like, you got lucky as fuck.
You know why
he
did it too, right? Because Tyreek Hill burnt his ass for an entire game straight. 3 touchdowns over 287 yards and gave him the do sign every single time he burned him. And guess what? He should.
Yeah.
He should.
I think
he should. You got burned 3 times in a row, all 3 touchdowns.
With the Super Bowl stage and that being set like that, the NFL saw that and was like, we can't have this. That's their first reaction. Boom. My second thought on it. How the hell can you sit here and say a defensive back or a running back that makes a great play carries 6 people and flexes? He can't do that. But a defender can go deflect a pass or pick up a fumble, get a turnover, take the whole team to the end zone and celebrate, taking pictures. The offense can score a touchdown, do a bunch of touchdown dances in the end zone, and that's okay. That's not taunting. But if a running back carries 6 players and he flexes after, that's taunting. Hey, be careful, buddy. We're going to fine you. We're going to fine you there. And you know what? Second time might be a suspension. Be careful. You're a bunch of...
And what a piss poor
what
a piss poor excuse of a fine of $4,000.
Yeah.
Like, are you
just want to take his money for your friggin' pocket?
Exactly.
And that's messed up, man.
That's the worst part. That's like my biggest issue here. Is it's just like, first of all, like, where's the money going?
It's a money
like,
grab.
You know where it's
like, are you like, if they were like, you know what, we're donating it to kids, like Pop Warner leagues or something. But first of all, the NFL would never. They would never.
Yeah, how about you find them and the player chooses their charity to put it to?
I don't know about this taunting rule, but I think that with some of those stupid fines that they give, like with the cleats and shit like that, I think they do donate like half of the fines or something like that. There's something going on.
Yeah, first of all,
I don't have the facts and shit.
I know what you mean, but where's the other half going?
They do something, I think, and I could be wrong.
I don't even believe them.
I'm not trying to like defend them.
I know what you mean.
I think they do.
It's
the top of my head.
It's something that I don't know. It's gonna forever piss me off.
But you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing.
The fact that players like get fined in general. I mean, like, you know, there's certain things that I understand. I mean, there's just a better way to do it than like taking players' money. So I have no idea. I don't even know what to say.
And it's not even like, okay, if this was the main I guess Jonathan Taylor. Nah, he was a first, second round pick, so he got paid guaranteed money. Yeah. So if he got that guaranteed money, say $13 million he got. Yeah. And you hit him with a $4,000 fine, okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? He could pay that.
Yeah, he wipes his ass.
You're hitting. I'm pretty sure he's a rookie, if not second-year player.
Yeah.
Not making a lot of money
at all.
No guaranteed money coming in. And you're going to hit him with a $4,000 fine because he flexed carrying 6 people? I mean, get it together, bro. You're ruining your own league that's on top of everything.
Exactly.
I don't get
to
why.
that point, you know, it would be cool if the rest of the running backs in that locker room that are on guaranteed money just covered it for him. That would be dope. To the point of like him not being on guaranteed contracts.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
And listen, I didn't look up who he was, where he came from, or anything with like college. Yeah. So I don't know if.
But we're going off general statements because this is going to happen to more people.
Yeah.
So this is a general
we're going to watch this all year long.
I'm going straight off Jonathan Taylor. Marlon Mack, I'm pretty sure still is there, and Hines.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the 4th or 5th running back. You know he ain't making the roster.
Yeah, or money.
So, and he doesn't have that money.
Bro. Either or.
So you could.
I just thought about the fact that this is a preseason game and they're doing it already. They already fined him in it.
Exactly, bro.
If anything, we need the taunting in the preseason. Nobody wants to watch the third string quarterbacks anyway.
That's very true.
Like, what is going on?
Very true.
Unless you're playing the unders. That's a good thing.
That's true.
No, but let's get back on track with some headlines, some other things that people don't want to watch. The Mets, they are falling. They are falling fast. 7 games back after leading the division for 90 straight days. My New York Mets fans, I'm sorry. I'm here for you. This is a safe place. I won't laugh at you because I have a lot of Mets fans that go through this every year. So I'm here for you.
The main reason.
Mets gonna Met, bro. This is way too consistent of a thing for them. I'm not being number one and then just falling games behind and they just die, bro. They just die out every single year.
I'm not even exaggerating. On the baseball show with me and John, I said for a good 4 weeks straight, dude, they gotta keep winning. They got to keep putting their foot on the pedal and keep going because they're going to collapse every year. Right? And then the 5th week, they were up 6 games. And I'm sitting here next episode with John. I go, dude, I got to apologize to my Mets fans. I think they got this locked. Boom. Done.
So should have knocked on wood.
Should have knocked on wood.
Good job. Good shit, bro. Good fucking shit.
We see why we knuckle touch because our Yankees.
Yes, sir.
Rising up, baby. Rising up.
I was going to say, though, the main reason that this is, in fact, you can trust Russo when he says this is a safe place for Mets fans is because Russo's a Jets fan. So he gets it, all right?
You're right. You are right.
He understands you guys. You can speak with him, DM us, whatever. Russo will handle that. He'll talk you through it. He's been dealing with it for years, as have you.
Yep.
And, you guys on the same page.
Safe place for
but
sure.
let's go Yanks.
The more I think about it, too, it's just funny. It's will we ever see both New York teams thriving? Is that a possibility? Because it's either one or the other, man. It never works out. It never works out where it's the both of them coming up together and New York can be happy. It's just all 5 boroughs together. It's just nah, bro. Bronx is souped right now. That I don't know. I guess Manhattan, whoever lives there, is just they're pissed about the Mets, and most of the people in New Jersey. But it's
same shit. Brooklyn's chilling with the Nets, and then you got the dudes in Manhattan. They're like, yo, what the fuck are the Knicks doing? Well, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah. That wasn't bad.
They're on the way. We might see that in the NBA first before the other teams.
100%. But it just blows my mind that it's just it's so wishy-washy with both of those teams where. And it's the fan bases as well. The Mets fans, I feel like they're so used to being oh, okay, well, we can't get our hopes up. And the Yankees fans are more so on the other side of what the hell is going on? Why aren't we winning? Why aren't we killing it? We're the fucking Yankees. We
bought this team. We bought these wins. Why are they not coming in?
Hey, they stayed under $210 million. All right, they stayed under.
I'm not knocking it, bro. Shit, go. Why are they under 210? Go buy someone else. What the fuck are you doing?
Start spending the money. We know you got it.
What?
I don't know.
That's what the Mets should start doing too. I mean, I think Cohen's gonna start doing it.
I gotta say though, for the Yankees, what they've been able to do in the past 35 games is actually just insanely impressive. Insanely impressive. they're kind of coming together. They're making that nice run. They're obviously in the lead for the wild card and everything. But that's a scary team. That's a very, very dangerous team. And if they can keep up what they got going on, then, you know, I mean, they just swept the Red Sox, bro. They're
ready to go.
They're ready to go. That's what I'm saying. Not saying that the Red Sox are anything special this year by any means, but I'm just saying they looked good. In what is it? Their record was like 28-6 after they swept the Red Sox, and for the past 34 games or whatever it was. I'm pretty sure that was
close
it.
To that.
Yeah,
close to that.
But
sure.
You know, at the end of the day, it's just like the Yankees are finally putting it together, and gonna be an interesting offseason if they do make the wild card and they can make that push.
Yeah. My only thing with the Yankees is that, I mean, everybody's sitting here, and you got to give praise to Brian Cashman. I get it. I mean, the guy made two stellar moves, and he's not even paying the two moves that are literally holding this team down.
Seriously.
I mean, Joey Gallo and Anthony Rizzo got him from the Cubs and the Rangers, and literally is not paying a single dollar for them. It's ridiculous. So you got to praise him for that, but at the same time, can you really praise him if we went into this season and they showed what they were, and you had to add two elite players to then say, all right, now we're good? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I planned for the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much praise can you give? Like, you got to give him praise for making the trade.
Yeah.
But how much praise can you give him for building this team that was shitty at first?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't want to say they added a lot. Like, they did bring up a lot of people. They brought up a lot of people from the AAA.
Yeah,
but, like,
they were working it.
Some of them worked out, some of them didn't. And I think this was just like, you know, this is just some schoolyard Yankees bullshit. Where it's like, all right, it's coming down to the end of the season. They're like, we got a chance for the wild card. Like, go out and get Gallo.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, go out and get this guy. And figure it out. Figure out the way, we're the Yankees. We're going to be able to do it one way or another. Thankfully, they pulled it off. Thankfully, it's all working out for them. But, you know, that was definitely, for him to do that was a big leap, man. For, like, adding two guys to a team that's been playing together, trying to figure it out. You know, trying to make a run together, and, you know, who was to say that they would even come in and do as well as they're doing? They could have been complete and total failures, trying to, like, you know, it's a huge change for both of them. But at the end of the day, you're right, you got to give them credit where it's due. So, I mean, I'm more on that side of things than, you know, kind of looking back in the past and being like, well, you know, what was happening early on. It's kind of all about now and the run that they're making now, and I think that's kind of why they're being so successful. The entire Yankees organization just put the past 6-7 months behind them, and they're just like, okay, well, this is what we got now. We're in a great position. Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes total sense. You gotta give it to Cashman. I get it, but I don't know, just something to think about because in the I don't know. It's just the off season. You got a lot of things in the future you got to figure out, and that's why I'm worrying. Because we said dynasty. We're building for something for 10+ years. Well, now we're already remodeling and trying to figure out something else. Yeah. And you only have a 2-year window now before 4 of your good free agents, literally people that are holding you down, are free agents.
Yeah,
and you can't sign them all.
Yeah, you can't.
So you cleaned up the mess for this year, but you made a more of a mess for the next 2 years now.
I think they're just trusting the farm system. They're just trusting the hell out of it, which, I mean, they should. But see, that's the thing,
though. But they're not, because they started bringing back the AAA. They started putting the AAA players back to AAA. So it's like you're not even using them no more.
Some of them weren't ready, though. Some of them were not ready to be playing.
I'd make an argument that Estevan Florial should be starting center field, not Jonathan Davis.
I would agree with that,
we picked up off
actually.
Waivers from the Blue Jays. It just, I don't know, man. They seem to. It's always win-win-win. I get it. But I think you had the year to say, let's step back and remodel.
Yeah.
And instead of that, you said, let's add on to the mess and see if we can win this year and go on. So, something to think about. But
if you like that baseball talk, go ahead and tune in to Deep to Right, our other show on the platform.
Yes, sir.
What days do you do that again? Wednesday night? And
it's been a little all over the place. Yeah.
Same way we're doing it. But you tune in, you'll see it. If you subscribe and turn those post notifications on, you'll never miss one. Promise.
Yep. Yes, sir. But let's switch back up into NFL talk.
Let's do it.
All right.
I actually got some breaking news in the NFL right now.
Hit us with it.
My boy Capo sent it to me. He wanted me to say this, so I'm gonna say it. I got breaking news from the Hill. Shout out to my boy Capo sending it to me, but there was apparently a misunderstanding over COVID-19 testing away from the facility, which will now keep Patriots quarterback Cam Newton out until Thursday.
Ooh.
So I don't know what's going on, but he's away. He will remain away from the team until Thursday due to a misunderstanding on the test conducted away from the facilities. It comes after he traveled to a Patriots-approved medical appointment. But I guess the testing thing wasn't all right when he did that, but it was them that sent him to a medical appointment. So I don't know, man.
That sounds like a mess.
They might be paving
someone screwed up big time.
Or they're paving the way for Mac Jones.
Yeah, yep. Dude.
To do it in an uncontroversial way, or less controversial way, maybe.
God. But, Cam didn't have a bad game, though.
That's live news, though. That just broke while we were on the show. So
that could be interesting, man. I mean,
oof.
Cam sits, Mac Jones balls out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yo.
But dude, Cam Newton, he definitely just went like 9 for 10 with a touchdown, and I want to say either like 98 yards or 89 yards or something. Like, he didn't look bad in that last game.
He did.
He looked all right. Oof.
But if that doesn't matter to the Patriots, it's irrelevant.
Yeah. Bill Belichick looked at him and was like, "Hey, Cam, you have COVID." And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you have COVID." Cam Newton's like, "All right, shit, I got COVID, I guess, bro."
Fuck.
Oh, no. Bill, what are we doing?
Oh, man.
What are we doing?
So that's something to definitely keep an eye out on.
That's spicy.
I'm sure we'll touch on it, have more news later in the week. We'll post on our Twitter.
Shout out to my source at It's Capo Beats with a Z.
On Twitter. Yes, sir.
A lot of updates from the hill, baby. Gotta love them.
But for a quarterback that's getting back from missing some time, Wentz, back on the practice field today. I think he could be a possibility to start week 1.
Yeah, that's what they're shooting for. They just mentioned that as of recent, but yo, if I'm Wentz, I sent this to you guys, but Sammy Hillinger, bro, quarterback out of Texas, who they drafted. He's apparently looking real good. Made his way up from kind of, I guess he was maybe more on like the 4th or the 3rd string, but he's officially the 2nd string now. He's behind Carson. They said he looks great in practice. He looks great here. He looks great there. And he's one hell of a leader. I don't know if anyone else saw the Twitter clip where he's talking about how he faces with adversity. Is probably one of the greatest answers you'll ever get from anyone who plays in the NFL. But man, Carson,
another one to look.
You better stay healthy, dog. This better be your one boo boo for the entire season, because if not, Sam's getting in there, and I don't think he's screwing up that opportunity. Yeah. That's all I'm saying, man. And we've been talking about a lot of rookie quarterbacks. I could see him being like the oddball out, and he has absolutely nothing to lose, and that's kind of what makes him a little bit more dangerous in my eyes. Like, he was
a fucking baller at Texas too, bro. He was one of those that was just like, fuck it, I'm slinging this shit. I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
He's athletic too. He's fast. Running. He's nice on his feet, man.
He'll take hits. Yep. He shouldn't in the NFL now, but he was in college. He's a savage, bro. He's a dog. Yo.
Dude, everyone's talking about the Trey Lances, the Justin Fields. I mean, that's us. We're everyone. Don't get me wrong. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong here.
Come on, man.
I know. But I'm just saying, everybody keep an eye out for my boy Sammy. He's not playing any games, and he's sitting on the edge of his seat waiting for the opportunity, and he's making the most out of his mini camp, his preseason, and everything else in between. Everyone's been saying he's a fucking sponge, bro. He's just taking in all of the information. He's doing everything that he possibly can to become a better quarterback. And if I'm Carson Wentz, I'm shaking in my boot.
Yeah. You said he's shaking in his boot?
Yeah, his one single boot, shaking in my boot, bro. Him and his toe, whatever movement he has left.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna keep it moving. So
keep it moving, bro.
Lawson,
Carson, get healthy, bro. Get healthy, bro. We're sorry. Still shaking your boot too much. Keep it nice and level. You know, like
elevated.
Take care of
it.
Elevated. Elevated. Not take care of that shit. Don't shake it. Don't shake in your boot, please. We want to see you on the field.
Yeah, for sure. For a player we won't see on the field this year, Carl Lawson, torn Achilles, Jets edge rusher. We had high hopes for him. Big blow to the Jets defense. There's rumors they'll look for some trade options, but I don't know, man. Just let the young guys play. It's not like we were winning this year.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I heard it was not like, it's never good to hear about a tear, but I heard it was like the best kind of tear you could have. It was clean, no damage, like no cartilage damage, no structural damage.
The man's done it like 3 times. I hope it's clean by now.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Jeez.
But no, from what I've been reading, it looks like he's going to be back next season. He's going to he's looking at a full recovery and stuff, so he'll be back for you guys. But damn, man.
Yeah, I mean
that's a big miss for you you guys on defense. That's really unfortunate.
And like I said, he's been through it. Tore his left ACL in Auburn, right one at Cincinnati, and then left again at the Jets. So this would be the 3rd time. But he posted on Instagram after the surgery, And he literally said, it's like a flesh wound to me. I'll be back by next year, don't worry. So, I mean, he's got the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's really what you need for a tough injury like this.
It's all about the bounce back. But it's really unfortunate that it happened to him 3 times in the past, 5 years of his life, maybe? 4 years?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, but a couple more topics. Keep it moving. We got Jamal Adams getting paid 4 years, $70 million. I think that's a mixture of safety, linebacker type of pay. So he deserves it. Listen, he's at 9.5 sacks last year.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy balls. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to elevate his game. I will say his coverage is shaky.
Yeah,
here and there.
Everyone's got their downfall. Everyone's got their downfall. Yeah,
you knew what you were getting, and he did exactly what you wanted. So it's like you got to pay him.
So. I mean, I'm. How do I feel about Jamal Adams? I'm trying to figure out the words, right?
Don't get me involved.
I'm not
trying to be even here.
I'm just not crazy about him on the Seahawks defense. I don't know why. I feel like he's a good fit. Obviously he's gonna ball out wherever he is. But for the way that he plays safety, I almost I would love to see him on the Ravens. On one of these crazy teams with these crazy blitz packages that are absolutely unreal, and actually have the other defensive backs that help you out in coverage. Because I don't really see Seattle's not. They don't have a good defense realistically here. At least passing wise, they're not the best. So if you're gonna sign Jamal to all that money, I think you need to even out the playing field for your defensive backs here.
I think you got to play him like Cam Chancellor played.
Yeah.
I mean, why? I mean, listen, he can get to the quarterback. We know that.
Yeah.
So send him on some blitz packages.
Yeah.
But you're having him as an edge rusher, basically. Have him play a Cam Chancellor role, because that's exactly who he is, and have him excel in that. Stop having him line up as an edge rusher and coming off the edge as a blitzer.
But Russo, you know what the issue is, though? Cam Chancellor had the bailout of Richard Sherman and everybody else. He had the entire Legion of Boom behind him, and that's what he doesn't have. He doesn't have those 3 studs on both his corners, and the one is playing free safety or strong safety to kind of help him out.
Earl Thomas.
Yeah, dude, Earl Thomas was out there in his prime.
Stud.
Richard Sherman was out there in his prime. Cam Chancellor didn't have to cover nobody, bro. Yeah, exactly. It was him and Bobby just on blitz packages and stuff. It's gonna slip my mind. Yeah, I know. He wasn't. He was the number 4 on there.
He was
But he was
stud, dog. Byron Maxwell, bro. Byron Maxwell was fucking stud too. Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Clap that up for me. I remember that.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Jamal just doesn't have that same bailout that Cam did. And I think that's the issue here. That's my issue with Seattle's defense, kind of.
Yeah.
So maybe they could get that figured out, but they're not bringing back the Legion of Boom to make it how it was for Cam Chancellor, where he can blitz on anything. He could jump over the frickin' the line if he wanted to. He was able to play whatever he wanted. Strong hitting safety, that was it. But I don't know. They can't get back to that. So we'll see how it goes.
I like Jamal Adams' game. I kind of see. Every point you guys all said, I don't really have anything to add there. But, I mean, he deserves to get paid, man. He does what he knows he's good at, like you said, Russo. So, I mean, if you're asking him to do stuff he's not good at, that's your fault.
Yeah.
You brought him there. You knew what it was when you brought him in there.
Yep.
So, I mean, put him in the positions where he excels at, and he'll earn that money.
Yeah, for sure. 100% agree with that. And, listen, I know as a Jets fan, I might seem salty about it. I wanted to see him get paid. Whether it was the Jets or somebody else.
No, did you always preach that?
Always said he wanted to get paid. I don't get why he bugged out like that. You know what I'm saying? I get the Gase era. I mean, that shit ended careers. Yeah. I get it. But, I mean, I don't know, man. But,
he was. I don't mean to cut you off. Just one thing. You're 100% right at what you were saying. You were never a Jamal Adams hater, and even when he left, you were like, "I get it," but damn, that is so unfortunate.
In December, goes, "Listen, Jets fans, stick with us. I'm gonna rebuild this thing."
Yeah.
And by February, he goes, "Trade me, or I'm sitting out the rest of the year."
But,
you're in year 2.
You said it yourself, though. It was the Gase. It was the Gase situation. Yeah. Bro, look at who he plays for now. He's playing for Petey Carroll, bro. I'd be happy as hell playing for Pete Carroll over Adam Gase. He finally got what he wanted. He got paid. He's playing the exact position that he wants to play. He can do whatever he wants. And he's playing under a coach who actually cares, who's actually competent enough to run a team. You know what I mean? So...
Man, I ain't complaining. We got a haul for it, too, so I'm fine with that.
I know.
2 first-round picks, third-round picks, and a starting safety that was injured last year, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's move it right on. How about Larry Fitz, man? Huge fan of him, but he came out and said he just has no urge to play right now.
Oh, Mo scored last night. Hey.
Why would he, though?
Yeah.
Why would he? let's be real. Like Larry Fitz's career is one of the best you would ever see out of a wide receiver. And what's the one thing that he's missing?
A ring.
Is he going to win it this year?
Probably not. I'm hoping it's more so I don't have the urge to sit through training camp and preseason with you guys. Yeah. I'll be back week 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
I don't hate it.
Because he's what?
He's ready to go, though. As long as he's ready to go.
He's 38.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to go through that. He'll do his own training, and when he has the urge to come play week 1, he'll play week 1. Man. And if not, then he retires. So
I don't hate that either. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Larry Fitz.
No, yeah. Joe, Larry Fitz should be able to do whatever. He should be able to do whatever the hell he wants to do for how long he's stuck it out with the Cardinals.
Kingsbury came out, and he was like, Larry Fitz, he knows the door's open. Whenever he wants to come back, we're here. That's exactly what he said.
We can leave it at that, man.
Yeah. You know what?
I love that. That's
dude,
great.
if Larry does end up retiring, all I have to say is I can't wait to see whatever he brings to football in the future. Whether it's, in the booth, whether it's him coming back as a coach. I could see him becoming a college coach. A lot of people have said it before that he's like the perfect fit for a lot of these teams. You know what I mean? So I'm excited just to see what his future is, even if it doesn't mean it's him coming back to the NFL. But my God, I would give up my left leg to watch Larry Fitzgerald be able to rock a ring. And it's so unfortunate how it went down for him against Pittsburgh, or Cardinals against Pittsburgh in that Super Bowl. But like, man, he is probably one of the most deserving players. Definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, what does he have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Does he really want to throw his body back into the NFL for another year? Probably get really, really banged up at 38 years old, or should he just call it quits on something that more than likely he's not going to have a chance to win?
And he's the type of guy where he can still get a ring off the playing field later on in life. I think the door will be wide open. It's wide open for him to come back, but I think it'll be wide open for him to join a coaching staff also.
100%.
Anybody will want to take him on the staff
for sure.
So I mean I think he'll get a ring at some point if he wants to stick with football in any form.
Nothing would make me happier, man.
Yep.
I'm going to say this every time we bring up Larry Fitz, but he still has more tackles than drops in his career, so that's fucking insane.
It's wild.
You could thank a bunch of his quarterbacks for that. Like literally every single one of them, unfortunately. God.
Thanks.
Our last 2 topics, we kind of touched on it a lot in Stop That. I don't know if y'all have a lot more to really touch on, but the whole taunting rule with the NFL, I think they're testing it out preseason, but they're showing that this is how it's going to lead in the regular season. They're letting people know now, and exactly, it's terrible. I hate it. Not a fan at all.
I wish I could get like all NFL fans to band together and be like, I swear to God, if you throw one flag for taunting, we're not watching for a Sunday. We're not watching for Sunday. We're bringing down your ratings. No one's getting fucking paid. Fuck you, CBS. Fuck you, Fox. Fuck everybody, bro. Like, stop doing dumb shit that we're not. Start going towards the fans, bro. Like, stop thinking like any of this has. Whoever runs the NFL, Roger Goodell, the commissioner, everybody underneath him. Stop thinking that your opinion actually matters, because for the love of God, it really does not.
It's the market's
It really
opinion.
does not.
And not only that, the Giants president, John Mara, came out and was like, we want to see this. We're tired of the taunting, and it's just not right for the players.
Yeah, because you're losing all the time. You're losing all the time. So you're the team that's getting taunted against. Guess what? Start winning, dog. Start winning, and you won't have that issue. Start making some good plays. Let Saquon do what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is... This is where it gets me.
That's why he's mad?
Yes.
Because they're losing?
Because they lose.
They're the ones getting taunted?
Bro, they got people running all over their defense, scoring touchdowns left and right, celebrating in the end zone. They got Daniel Jones getting picked off at least twice a game, if not fumbling twice a game. And guess what the defense is doing? Running to the goddamn end zone and taking a bunch of pictures. That's why John Mara is pissed, because ever since he stepped into that position, his team has fucking sucked.
Yeah.
They fucking suck, bro. And because they're the ones getting taunted against, he's going to be the number one to step up, and everyone else is going to look at it and be like, bro, I'm sorry the Giants suck. I'm sorry that you guys are getting walked all over, like, every single day of your life, but, like, we want the taunting shit.
Win some shit.
Joe, it's
Win
that
some
simple.
shit you can taunt to.
Win.
I'm telling you right now. And
it feels great, John Mara. It feels great. It feels great, John Mara.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
And I brought it up and Stop That. How can you, find people for celebrating, throw flags for taunting and everything, but then you go score a touchdown, the whole team celebrates, does the worm in the end zone.
That's
what
I'm
you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. And not only that, I said it before as well, NFL's here. Everybody else is here.
Yeah.
Stop trying to level the playing field.
Exactly.
Just stay up here.
Yes.
What are you doing? I don't get it. It's not hard because you literally don't have to do much to get the fans' attention to watch sports.
We're already watching.
Exactly.
The football
we want to watch.
Exactly.
We want to watch. Stop making it hard for me to watch the game, bro.
I promise I want to be tuned in.
The whole
You're making
catch
it
problem,
difficult.
dude. The whole catch problem we had a couple years ago. What was a
Yeah.
catch and what not? You turn people down, and they're still back.
Yeah.
So why the hell are you testing the waters again with now taunting and celebrating? Not taunting penalties. I can't wait until a playoff game, and somebody makes a big freaking play, and he celebrates and taunts. Boom, 15 yards, move it back. I think the team's gonna go crazy. I would be surprised if the head coach doesn't get kicked out of that game
100%.
for going crazy off a 15-yard penalty.
100%. Because think about how much of a setback all this is going to be.
Yep.
Now you even have a bigger issue with coaches and players because say a player does celebrate, he does get that 15-yard penalty. That coach is going to be in his ear. Oh my God! Like verbally whooping his ass, bro. Verbally, because he's not gonna be able to do it on the field in front of all the cameras. But he's going to go absolutely apeshit because
That shit would start a whole new rule if you did some shit.
Yo, that's
on the
what I'm saying.
sideline.
But this is nothing but frustration. This is only going to cause more frustration throughout players, coaches, fans. I grew up on the teams where like my dad was a coach forever, and the number one thing he told all of us, AG can talk about this too. My dad coached AG. He would always say, as soon as you score the touchdown, turn around, hand the ball to the referee. That was it. That was it. He was like, you want to celebrate? Come celebrate on the sideline. Get a bunch of high fives, get a bunch of hugs, do whatever you got to do.
Damn, that's where I got that from?
Yo, exactly. That was my dad. My dad and Phil Cook. Shout out to both of them, bro. God bless both of them.
Phil too, yeah,
and like it was crazy because I remember when I would play quarterback back in middle school and everything, and I'd score a touchdown, I'd want to get gassed up so bad, and I remember looking up in the stands and seeing my dad arms crossed, like I dare you, bro. I dare you. Like don't do it. And like that's what I grew up on. But don't get me wrong, I never played in the NFL. I never played in college or anything. I can't imagine the excitement that comes with that game. I mean, and it's part of the game. Don't get me wrong, though. I'd come back to the sideline, high fives, all this. You know, my dad would point down at me. I'd point back at him. Like that was a great ball. Good stuff.
Bro.
But if I celebrated on that field, my dad would tell me all about it after. Hey, yeah, you should have just handed in the ball.
Hey, be professional. Act like you've been there.
Exactly. Because he always said that was the best kind of celebration.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Sure, when I was a kid, I would have to agree. Like that, I think that is the best way for kids in Pop Warner in middle school and high school football to go about it. But as soon as you get into college and NFL, and you're like, there's viewership.
Paid for this shit.
Bro.
Come on.
Put on a show.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead, go for it, bro.
It is under entertainment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like that is part of the sport.
Well, yeah,
that is
sports
part of
used
the
to
game.
be sports with a little bit of entertainment mixed in, but now it's entertainment with a little bit of sports mixed in.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, it should be at least. NFL's trying
Basically.
to transition away from that. We talked about that on our I Got Next podcast, which will be live tonight, Monday nights at 9 p.m. on YouTube.
Yep.
Jean Core podcast. But that's crazy. I did not know that I got that from your dad because I've always handed the ball to the ref when I score a touchdown.
Dude, I remember
my whole life, and that was he probably taught us that when we were 5 years old.
In Mighty Mites, bro.
Yeah,
in
5,
Mighty Mites.
6
Yo,
years old.
I'll never
that's
forget.
crazy,
My brother
man.
Taylor,
Yeah.
like he did something. He scored a touchdown or it was something along the lines of that, and he celebrated. And I was sitting next to my dad in the stands, and he was just like in his head, I could see it. He was like, I want him to do 100 push-ups right now. I want him to start running suicides up and down this field until he realizes he should not do that. Like, because that was how we grew up. That was the kind of guy that my dad was.
No,
but like,
100%.
bro, that script flips as soon as you get into the NFL. As soon as you get into college ball, as it should. It's entertainment, bro.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. And last question for the podcast today. Try and make it quick, running out of time a little bit. Andy Dalton versus Justin Fields. Who you want to start in week 1?
Justin Fields. Come on.
Justin Fields, if he's ready.
If he's ready.
Yeah.
If he's confident enough to play right here, right now, which I think he is. He's showing leadership. He's showing everything that he needs to do. And you know what, man? Justin Fields was doubted. He was doubted by everybody. Everybody said he wasn't going to pan out in the NFL. Everybody said that chip
on his shoulder, maybe?
Yeah, big time chip. Like, I don't know. It's just, that's your future.
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose. Get your future out there. Let's see what he's got. Let him play. And, if he isn't that good, you have Andy Dalton in your back pocket, the experienced quarterback. But regardless, I think week 1, it should be Justin Fields. I think he's shown enough to get the starting position. Yeah. And I'm sorry to Andy Dalton because I knew the Bears were tweeting like QB1 and everything as soon as they got
that ended quickly.
Actually, the Bears how you gassed him up.
Yeah, that's the issue here. The Bears
still be here if they ain't gas you up.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Russo?
They tried to make that shit messy.
You think Fields?
I want Fields to start week 1. I think it'll be Dalton for 2-3 weeks and then Fields.
I kind of agree with that.
I mean, just picture it, because I can see it right now. We're at Soldier Field in Chicago. I mean, Andy Dalton's driving week 1, week 2, whenever their home opener is. He's going to throw the first pick 6. Fans are going to start booing. The team's going to be like, why the hell is this guy still here when Justin Fields on the sideline? Next thing you know, you're going to hear rumors. The locker room's going to be fighting. They want Fields. Half wants Dalton. Then, by week 3, week 4, Matt Nagy and his bum ass can't get a friggin' offense right.
Yep.
Listen, Justin Fields, I think we're going to have to start with him. He's probably going to be our best option moving forward. And it's going to how it's go. That's
Right.
how it's go.
So listen to this. This is their first 3 games. I just looked it up.
God.
First one, Bears versus Rams at Rams.
Oy.
Second one, Bengals versus Bears in Chicago. Third one, Bears versus Browns at the Browns.
That's where it's going to be. It's going to be
week 4?
Bengals versus Bears at Chicago. Everybody's going to hype Dalton to come back against the Bengals, and he's going to sit there and shit the bed, and they're going to be like, throw Justin Fields in.
And Justin Fields will kill it?
Yeah.
I don't think now that I look at who their first game is against, do not put Justin Fields in the first game. Oh my God. You let Andy Dalton take every single sack from Aaron Donald in that game. You do not let Justin Fields play that first game. I retract every single statement I made. I should have looked at the schedule. My God. Chicago Bears, do not put him out there, bro. Do not put him out there. If you care about his future, you wouldn't let him play that first game. Second one against the Bengals, though, he's got a shot.
He's got a realistic
Third one
shot.
against the Browns, he's going to be running. But and then they get the Lions. That's a nice little break in between.
There it is.
And then
Week
after
4.
that, oh my God, after that, they have, oh my God, their schedule is disgusting.
Go, keep going.
Bro. After that, they got the Raiders, the Packers, the Bucks, 49ers, Steelers, Ravens. Play him the back half of the season.
Yo, Andy.
Play him the back half
Yo,
of the
Andy.
season, bro.
I take back my stop that. You might be right.
Yo, Andy, yeah, you deserve it. You're QB1, bro.
You're QB1, dog.
You're
Take that
QB1.
shit.
Oh my
I want
God.
Justin Fields having a long prosperous career.
Whoever built this NFL schedule wants Justin Fields dead. This is a death threat. This is a death threat.
All right, that's how we'll wrap up this show of Russo's Playbook, episode 23. You can find it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can catch us on Twitter at Russo's Playbook, at It's AG400,
Yes,
It's
sir.
Little Black 22. We'll catch you guys again next week.
Give us a follow. We follow back.
Yes, sir.